Asithaseleni solo limpilo emnandi. Bunini sabawela.
Or is it a personal song?
Yeah, it's very personal.
It's personal, eh?
Turn left.
ukuthi ngiyawuthanda ke ngikuthatha. But I'm moved, it gives the place, character.
Show Shalom driving. Oh, did you show her?
I did.
Turn left. What the fuck? Leave a little bridge, guys. Doesn't this blonde look like her?
Welcome to Babes Vacation. Wings. Alright, I think let's go with what you suggested. Oh, look at her, she has a line as a kibite. I didn't see she got the line. You were there. This was your idea. It wasn't your idea.
I went and came back and shared a line.
You went, you came back and shared a line.
I honestly left and came back and shared a line.
Share a line when you got back.
I knew what she was dying or she was bleaching her hair.
But when you came back,
A lie. Hi guys, welcome back to our YouTube channel.
Today we're doing a mukbang. We got our food from Never Not Eating Good in Weinberg, right?
/ Alex.
Yeah, so we're going to be doing a mukbang and then we'll be taking you guys through our CASA journey. So pretty much from the beginning, how we got into varsity, how varsity was, how we survived that, like the academics, friendship dynamics, and all of that.
And this was a special request by one of our subscribers. We'll put the screenshot here. So we'll be taking you through that today. So this is what we got. So we got a burger, the first one that I showed you, and then we got the wings. We got half done, and then we got half like. Oh, the other half is
Plain.
okay.
Sweet.
We have to have the light on.
sit, let me see.
Are you shooting? Have you just been rolling? Oh wow.
You see how tough to be when you don't know.
Okay, so guys, we just want to start with the APS, which is pretty much it's the aggregation of your subjects. So, for example, if you get a 50, there's a certain score you get on your report. So you see there's the actual mark, and then there's those numbers. I think the scale is 1 to 7. So essentially, you need most universities need an APS, I think, of slightly above 30 when it's combined. So with regards to your APAs, it also goes with accounting. Doesn't really matter what subjects you take. You can just take accounting as like a base level subject. But honestly, when you get to varsity,
It's a supporting subject.
yeah, when you get to varsity, they tell you to like forget everything you learned in high school. So it's like
You don't even need accounting to qualify for the accounting degree. You mostly need maths and English.
so like your pure maths.
pure maths and your English.
Which should be, I think, ranging in 60s. So those two subjects need to be like really good, over and above like, your APs. So that's pretty much how you get in. And then obviously, guys, you know how like apply in grade 11. Make sure you apply to pretty much like all the varsities, just to give yourself options. And then from that, just make sure that like whatever marks you get in like, grade 11, those just help with like getting provisionally accepted. But obviously, you need to maintain the same marks or make them better in grade 12 for you to actually like get into varsity.
Oh yeah, please try the skinny tongue to it.
So even if your grade 11 marks are bad, guys, it's not really a train smash. My marks for grade 11 were terrible. I think I had like 28 points on my report.
That was better than
I had like 28 points, and personally, I never even wanted to go the accounting route. It just found me. But I started applying, or I went to UKZN, so I used NSC to apply. But I applied to UKZN, I applied to VITS, and I applied to UFS, I think. Tried UP, but then, the fees there are expensive. They're expensive, but yeah. And I got in at VITS, I got in at UKZN. I got in actually at a couple of the universities, but my first choice was medicine. That's a story for another day. It just never happened, guys. Medicine never loved me. And like we said, Uti, you don't really need accounting, because what I did in high school, I did physics, I did life science, and I did accounting. So you see, I was never even trying to go the EMS, business studies, economics, the full meal. No, I just did the accounting portion. And put in that corner, when I got into accounting in grade 10, it's because you're good at maths. Take accounting. You know, those teachers that... But yeah, that's how we landed up here. And my my matric marks, so my grade 12 marks are what got me into university. I did really well for my finals. I think my reports throughout the year for matric were great. And yeah, my final marks were what did it for me. So it's not a train smash, basically. That's the whole point. It's not a train smash if you don't do well at grade 11.
So
but try to do well.
So did you like take a gap year?
Oh no.
So how did you apply with your, did you apply with your NSC?
So no, I started applying. You know how you can apply after your first...
inquiries.
No, it wasn't a late inquiry. You can apply after your first report after March with your June results.
Oh really?
Yeah, your matric June results were...
I didn't know you could do that.
Yeah, because that's when you start writing exams, right? And they take you, they won't, you can apply with your March marks, but they won't start accepting you with your March marks. They will start accepting you after June, after you've written the exams and the trials, provisionally.
If only I knew that would be a GP right now.
Oh, also, when you apply at UJ, don't apply online. I applied with my grade 11 marks and the system said cut.
No, actually, guys, you can. Okay, don't listen
You
to
can't
that.
even press forward.
No, I'm not saying Booty you can't. I'm saying if you have bad marks, rather do the manual. Because the system told me, Booty, the points are not enough.
Yeah.
The points are not enough.
It doesn't even let you go to the next page.
So yeah.
Okay, so with me, I think, I don't know, I get what you're saying, but like my grade 11 marks were also bad, and I applied to UJ. I think I applied for like some extended degrees somewhere, wherever, in whatever field. And then also my grade 12 marks came out really good. Then I got accepted for like a Bachelor of Accounting at UJ. So that's what I'm saying.
No, tell them you didn't get accepted. You were called. I'm glad you didn't
Oh,
apply. You didn't apply, guys. She was called.
Okay, fine. So what happened is that like I had applied for whatever I applied because my APS was bad, and then my grade 12, when my grade 12 marks came, I hadn't applied for like BAC, which is Bachelor of Accounting, right? And then they just sort of like took me for that because I guess they usually is also nice because they sort of like look at your marks and then they look at what you applied, and if there's something better, they sort of like give you the opportunity to accept that as well. And then I wanted to do law. So I actually got accepted for BCom law at VITS. But then it was like VITS registration fees. Guys, which like, yeah, so that's why I didn't go there. And
Yeah, VITS is the girly that she thinks. She she's definitely the girl.
I think it was about 7.5 at the time.
I don't know.
I think it was
no,
more than that.
it was more because our fees, like if you 8Ks in at that time, it was 3 plus 2, which made it 6K for race and like school race. Yeah, it was like 6.5 or something. Vince at that time, I think it was 10K.
Yeah, it was about 10K. I remember getting excited, getting that thingy, and remember like everyone was like, this is the place to be, you know, like our parents were like, this is the place to be. And then I got that acceptance. I remember telling my dad and my stepmother, and my dad was like, we're gonna have to sell things to afford this thing. So from then it just went on. So when I got accepted for accounting science, I didn't know what it was. My brother pretty much had to do like a breakdown of the course, so we're pretty much gonna do that same thing of the breakdown of the course. And yeah, so essentially we both did Bachelor of Accounting, so the CA stream, which is 3 years. So you do so the whole journey, or in terms of studying, it's set up like this. You do 3 years undergrad. This is if you take CA stream. You do 3 years undergrad, then you do your postgrad, which is PGDA, or most people call it CTA. But then if you do BCom, which is a non-CA stream, you do 3 years BCom, and then you do BCTA, which is a bridging course. But with the BCTA, because it's a bridging course, you don't really get anything after you finish it. And you would, so at UJ, they sort of do it in conjunction with third year. So the people who are doing BCCA write the same exams and they have the same course material as the people that are doing BAC third year. And then after that, that's when you do CCA. So it's sort of like if you do the BCom, you have 5 years, and then if you do the BAC, you have 4 years. Yeah.
I think, sorry, I just want to add, like, I think it depends also on like the university, what they call it.
Yes.
At Tux, they call it BCom accounting, but that's the CA stream.
That's also UKZN.
Oh, that's also UKZN. Okay.
And also at UKZN.
We are full of shit.
Stop there, go. We're gonna get cancelled. But at UKZN, we don't really have a BCTA. At UKZN, they do the bridging course at the beginning. So it's like, let's say your marks are bad, and then there's a bridging course into the degree. So it's like your degree from 3 years, it turns into 4 years in your shit. So it's like, it's a year where you just do maths and English, because normally most people don't get into BCom accounting because of the maths and English. So it's a year for you to just probably improve on your maths and your English. And then when you pass that 1 year, then you go directly into the CASA stream. So that's UKZN. Yeah. What, the burger? Oh, okay. It's fine.
Give them props for that. So guys, that's that. So that's in terms of the actual varsity. Then after that, you still need to do like an additional 3 years, but we'll get into that like a little bit later on. Okay, so we're gonna get into the 4 years or the 5 years. So that's your academics. That's socializing around campus. So as you guys have established, I went to UJ, she went to UKZN. So it's gonna be like a bit of a different story. So I don't know, so do you want to start?
Inspired greatness.
So she started. Okay, I'll start. So I was a very quiet child, guys. So when I went to varsity, I was also just like a very quiet child. So I grew up in Joburg. Then when I got accepted to UJ, we had to decide whether I was gonna commute. So it's 2 taxis from where I live, or where I was gonna stay at Reyes. So most important thing, guys, please make that decision early of whether you wanna stay at Reyes, like especially if you wanna stay on campus Reyes, or you wanna stay home, like, because it gets very full because everyone is looking for accommodation. There's nothing worse than looking for accommodation literally the weekend before, which is what I had to do. Where there was my brother looking for accommodation, and it took the whole entire day. So that was me, and then I ended up staying in Brum.
Oh, it's my mom, guys. Sorry.
The student's animal is gone.
Okay, so I ended up staying in Brum for 3 years. So how was my journey? Okay, so first year was fine. I sort of like, because remember I said I wanted to do law, and then I got accepted for accounting. So it was just sort of like, I'm gonna do accounting for 1 year and then see how I like it, and then change to law, depending on that. But I was sort of passing everything except business mathematics. Yeah, that showed me flames, and I actually failed that, but it was a semester module, so I got to like repeat it and still managed to like graduate record time. So in terms of so I like things. So UJ has this thing, like a society thing that they'll have, like usually like within the first couple weeks of the semester they'll have like different societies that deal with different things. I think they had like volunteering work. You could join like a frat house. You know, like frat house was like in America. You can join that. So I wanted to join everything. So I joined everything. Did I ever do anything? Not so much. But I think that's a very important aspect. Like join those houses. Like join whatever societies they have on campus, because that also allows you to like socialize with other people from your field and people from other fields as well, because I think as you grow older you realize how important it is to have connections from everywhere. So that was first year. I was just like a very curious person, and UJ was very, I think UJ is very social and the people are very social, so they'll have like social things, like you just be like in class and then you hear like Castaña West is outside there by SS. Usually people know what SS is, even though it's student center, but it's SS. Yeah, so it's that. So like I said, I failed business mathematics. I was really heartbroken because that was like my first time failing, and I felt like literally everything was gonna crash, even though it was a semester module. And then came second year. I think second year, COVID hit. So we had to go online. So we went back home. Well, I went back home, and then we did online for a while. Then I managed to go back to race because a friend of mine, I think, wants to. So I went back to race, and I think second year wasn't so bad. Honestly, I think I passed maths because of COVID, because it was a little tricky. But yeah, I passed my second year. Then third year came. We were still pretty much a bit online, but things were starting to normalize a bit. I think third year I took a job at the resort staying, which, guys, by the way, I know we need money, and sometimes you feel like your allowance is not enough, but you gotta prioritize. Like if you get a job or anything else that you're doing, and if that thing is killing your studies, please stop it, because I think honestly nothing is worth your studies. Like, because I took that job, and then I remember it was an intake job. Like the first 2 months I was failing. Like, guys, I had to fight second semester for third year because my marks were literally like dipping. And luckily I had a friend of mine who was staying in the same room, so we'd study together. So that also helped. And also, guys, please utilize the study rooms at your places, because those are very important. Yeah, so that was third year, and I passed my third year. Oh, by the way, second year is where I started living my best life, going to house parties and everything and doing the things, just in case, so that you guys don't come back and ask me if I never went to house parties. Yes, I went to house parties, and those were lit. Please go to house parties.
Minimum.
Definitely go. Like, do that thing where you hop houses, like, because it's nice when everyone gets their allowance. And then like you're hopping houses because there's a party at every room.
Every block.
So that's pretty much my undergraduate journey. Hope I summed it up well. Yeah.
That was very good. And then she says she can't speak and stuff. Bruh, Salom's a liar.
I can't.
Salom's a
It's
liar.
a natural, this one.
Hey, man.
I can't speak.
So my journey was a bit more, I don't want to say hectic, but it was a bit longer than Shalom's. So from the beginning, first year was a vibe. So there is portion, yeah, like she said, with there is, if you really want to stay on campus, you must really like apply early. Make sure that you stay in those lines up until you get what you want. Because my sister, yeah, it's not the one. So I wanted to stay on campus initially. And of course I couldn't get a raise on campus because of that. I didn't like apply early. And then I was allocated a raise off campus, which was in town, Durban. So we were staying oh, am I allowed to? I don't know. But yeah, there's some Dodge place there on Russell Street that we used to stay at. And it was so nice because it was a first year race. Like it was literally all first years. So it was so nice. It was vibey. You met new people, you know. And it was nice. But there's not a lot to say about first year for me because I was just cruising, honestly. I was taking each day as it came. And it was that. And then came second year.
Sorry guys, sorry to disturb. Please stay away from seniors. Guys, as a first year, stay away from seniors.
No,
Guys.
go for the seniors. Rather Zalwa is senior than the first year, my God. Guys, rather Zalwa is senior than the first year. Actually, I go. Anyway. Stay away from my comrade. Yeah, one of my comrade. Those are the ones to stay away from.
I'm coming with the connection.
But those ones.
Continue. Sorry. Guys.
So yeah, I came second year. Like I said, I didn't really like accounting. I never liked it. Even in high school, I was passing like 50s. The only time I ever got like a really good mark for accounting was in matric, because at that point I was just fighting for my points. Not because I was fighting for accounting, but because I was fighting for my points. So that's when I was starting to get 80s, 70s. I think my final mark was 78 or something. Yeah, sharp. And then I got in. When I got in first year, did the modules, I still didn't like accounting. I enjoyed economics more than the accounting portion of it. First semester, I barely passed accounting. I got a 50 on the dot. By luck, Nakon, I got a 50 on the dot. And then, second semester, I had a sub for accounting. Nakona came back from the sub with a 50 on the dot. So I really didn't like accounting, guys. I wouldn't say I like it now, but I really just Second year, that's where things got tricky, right? Because first year is like a revision year. Second year, that's when we were doing 5 modules. Well, we do 5 modules at UKZN, economics, the laws, and ethics, whatever not. Then accounting is our major, and then I failed. I failed first semester. Now, it wasn't a fail. It was, oh no, I went to write this up. It was a straight fail. It was just, I went to the paper, I fumbled, I failed. It was like, see you next year, my G. I will see you next year. And it was the only module I failed. So the following year, in 2019, because I got into school in 2017, 2019, I was just doing accounting. Oh, but then went into second semester when we started our auditings and our math. So I was just like, hey, let me just fail math to add a bit more spice in my life. So first semester, 2019, I was doing just accounting, and then I was just doing accounting and math in second semester. But then after that, I won't lie, I felt like, you know, when you never really like something and you kept telling yourself what you don't put in work because you don't like it, it sort of became a thing of, but as much as I don't like it, I've never failed in my life. I do the bare minimum and I still get a 50. So that failure hit me really hard, I won't lie. It got me to a point where I was just like, you know, when you do something and you second guess yourself, where you even in the multiple choices, you be like, I know it's A, but C is sounding a lot like A also. So which one is the one? So yeah, like just don't let failure overwhelm you. Like in the CASA stream, failure is a thing. Some people do it like in one go and good for them, but failure is a thing in that degree, guys. It's a thing. It's a culture. It's a lifestyle. It's not even it's not even something to be ashamed or embarrassed about. We fail. We wake up the next day and we move on, and we still carry our standards on campus, and we sit there in the middle like we run the whole university. But yeah, sharp. So it was 2019, and then third year it was COVID times. It was 2020, but also then I had a hard time because 2020 it was fine up until it got to the end. I failed my auditing exam, so I passed all the other 3, failed only auditing. Sharp. I got the SAP. The SAP, we had a problem with the way that we were writing, so they were trying to do that thing of Ubuntu, even though we were writing from home, but they wanted us to write like in real time. So we would put our camera on our PC, on Zoom, and then they would like watch us write. Sharp. But then you also needed a pen and something to access the paper, and also there was a pen for the paper, the scenario, there was a pen for the required. So it was like, I struggled using the pen, so I was like my paper delayed by 15 minutes. And then our invigilator didn't let us know that those people who basically had problems with time, the time was extended for them.
I realized that this is an accident.
And then what happened was he said time is up. And then, you know, when you can see, Wuti, your time is still counting down but now you're panicking. They say stop writing. And then they say, if I see you writing, then we're like scrapping the whole paper. So now you're just whipping there. And then so I did write. So we had 3 questions in that paper. I think by the time when we said time is up, I think I had question 3 to write. And because I had already started late, I didn't read the whole scenario before I answered the question. So I was reading each scenario for question 1, scenario for question 1, and then answering question 1, scenario for question 2, then answering question 2. And then at that time I was meant to read scenario for question 3 and answer question 3. But then I didn't, I just read the required, and then I tried because I think it was a finance cycle even. So I just wrote those general, you know, those normal answers where you just, board of directors, in the normal things. I find, and then I submitted only for my marks to come back, and I got a 45%. Oh, I cried, guys. That was the only time. When I failed second year, I didn't cry. It was just like, fine, it's sharp. I'm young, really. I've never failed in my life. When I got into university, I was 18. So I wasn't rushing anywhere, anytime. But also, I didn't want to be delayed another year. I had already been delayed a year at that point. So I cried, guys. I remember I left my family that day. I was like, hey guys, I'm leaving, I'm going to the mall. Not me crying. And more, you know, when you're sitting at texting and you're thinking about everything that you went through in that year, and they just come out, guys. They just, oh, I even called my friend. I was like, hey friend, please come get me. Please come for me. And then my friend came, and then I was fine. And then I fought the school because also they didn't want to award us a special exam because apparently, I don't know, COVID, So I fought the school. Well, a lot of us fought the school, but I was also actively like fighting the school. Obviously now I don't have my UKZN email, but I was sending them paragraphs and paragraphs every day. And I was like, no, my G, y'all were the ones who were wrong because y'all didn't explain it. This is something that never been done. And sharp, we wrote the special exam, I think in Jan, but they made it so that we wouldn't get into CTA in 2021. So I was meant to do my CTA in 2021, but then I ended up doing it in 2022. So in 2021, I sort of took like a gap year, which I didn't want, but I feel like I really needed it because when I came back for CTA, I was really strong. I had gotten the break that I needed. And I was just focused and I was just ready to get out of UKZN, honestly. I was just leaving. But yeah, I went through the motions. It was hard. Undergrad for me, the motions weren't really too much on the school side. They were more related to other things on the side. They were related to other things. But yeah, guys, you just need to embrace failure is what I'm saying. Because not everyone does it all in one go, and most people start doubting themselves. They change their degree, they change into a degree that they don't want, and probably they change and then they still get stuck in that degree, and then they realize that maybe probably if they just stayed, they would have been fine after all. So failure is a part of it all. Don't be scared to fail. Just fail and pick yourself up.
But it's okay to change.
Oh, it's okay to change, definitely. I regret not changing. I contemplated when I failed second year, I wanted to change and go do economics because I really love economics. I still do. I still believe. I don't know, but I still believe I want to go back and actually finish my economics degree. I'm not sure whether I will because that studying thing is not for me anymore, but I really would have loved to have that degree. But changing is, my friend changed in second year. She did finance and she's doing well for herself now.
Okay guys, we're gonna go do like a 1 minute, 2 minute CTA experience because CTA was trauma. Yeah, so after third year, that's CTA. CTA was trauma, like I said. Pretty much looked like a zombie most of the time. So I am a community person. So I believe, like, I think with my studying, I really believe that I need people around me. And I think UJ really stresses the importance of having like community. So I used to study in the library. Usually people know the postgrad library. So you sort of like build a community for yourself so that you go study at the library, and then like when you get stuck, you can ask other people. So that's what I liked about the library. I'd essentially go to the library like I think it used to open at 8. And I tried to be there by 8. By 10, I'm looking like a zombie because I look tired, as CCA is a lot. So that was CTA. It was just a lot of going to the library, going to study, failing, and then we'll do a study tips video, which is CTA and undergrad later on. Then I guess CTA things will really come through. But I think one of the most important things for me for CTA was that prioritize CTA, yes, but also have something that you can do outside of CTA. Like have something, even if it's like after every exam, because I think I used to go like my best friend was staying in Bram, so I would go to like Bram every time, like after writing a test, or like when things are stressful, I'd like literally just take a taxi and be in Bram and just chill. So have something that if things get really tough, you lean on that. And then also this thing, I don't know, Sina probably doesn't want to talk about it, but dating in CTA, I feel like don't feel like you can't date in CTA. It's just
you need to. If you're not dating in CTA, my G.
So you just need to, I think it's just that importance of your partner knowing that the degree you're doing is, I don't want to say difficult and like undermine other people's degrees, but they need to know the toll it can take on you. I think then, and maybe after April, that's when you have like a gauge on how CTA is. After April, sit your partner down. Say that my degree is XYZ. Sometimes I'll be going through a lot. Please be understanding of it. Like if you really want to be intentional about dating, because the people that say they don't have time to date in CTA, those people used to stress me out. Because guys,
dating is essential in CTA. In fact, dating is essential to pass the CASA stream, whatever not, straight up until articles. Because why are you not dating? Uzoti, after a long day at the library, Fuba is a must. You need someone to hold you, someone to just tell you everything is going to be okay, even though you just got a 12% on your last exam. You know, someone who's going to sell you the lies that you know CTA is not selling you.
But also cut them off if they're toxic. Guys, cut off toxic relationships. So if you know you're in a toxic relationship or a relationship that stresses you out, please put the measures in early enough, because you don't want your boyfriend to dump you or something to happen just before those integrated. So it's just that. And remember to keep your friends. Also, sorry guys, that's probably like going on the study subs. But when you're in CTA, we're not undermining anyone's degree, but when you're in CTA, stay away from hanging out with people that don't study as much as you do. Because in CTA, you find yourself studying like over 40 hours a week. Then you have your best friend who studies 8 hours a week. And then they're gonna start telling you that when are you always in the library?
Let me tell you something. In my CTA, when I was going to the library almost every day, when I was attending and making sure that my tutorials are submitted, there were kids there by the sciences that were writing multiple choice exams.
You can hear the difference in her voice.
And not because they were undergrad, they were doing honors. But they were writing multiple choice.
Yes,
You can hear the bitterness.
Yes.
Guys, the most important thing is that like don't associate yourself with people that are gonna make you feel like you're doing too much, because trust me, you're probably not doing too much. You're probably not doing enough.
Yeah,
so like
associate,
like if you can try mix with people that are also doing CTA so that you get pressurized. But remember, stay in your lane.
Oh, and also let me tell you something, guys, because this is not supposed to be a video of us advising you all what to do. It's supposed to tell you all what we went through. Got this one guy in our first year. Don't fall into this trap. He tried to sell us PDF textbooks. I was like, and then imagine downloading a textbook from the internet and then selling it to people. He tried to sell us those textbooks for 50 rand. And then he tried to sell us past papers. Guys,
And you Jay, that's how you blackboard.
don't fall into that trap. Especially if you're a first year, don't fall into that trap. People will, hey,
People will sell you word.
I know.
It's free from what?
And also, when you sell textbooks, sell your own textbooks, because you're gonna get those people who are going to be like, oh, Slindo, give me your textbook, I'll sell it for you in. So let's say when Vuyeki and Awati, you want to sell it for 5,000, and then they're like, oh no, but the person said they want to buy it for 4.5, and then you're like, oh okay, sharp, because obviously 4.5 is not too bad, right? If you wanted to sell it for 5,000. Next thing, baby boy sold the book for 5,000, and they're still gonna charge you for commission. Mind you, this is still the same person that I'm talking about who tried to sell us PDF textbooks. He was like, there's nice people in university, guys. Don't let those people leave. Hey.
And guys, please attend class. Actually, please attend class.
No, you don't have to. But yeah, you really don't have to, Shalom. Come on.
I think it depends on the person.
Attending is not for everyone.
No, it depends on the class. Like there are certain things. Like I remember, like with us, there were certain lectures. I remember even CCA, guys. If you do not listen to that, there was a tax exam we wrote, right? If you do not, like there are certain things that if you don't go to the class, you will not pass, because they will be putting things.
I think it's more for CTA than undergrad.
No, also there are certain lectures. I remember law. There was this woman, guys. This woman made sure, like she made sure she wouldn't give, like if you were not in the class, she made sure. So please, and okay, fine. It's not to say attend every class, but figure out which classes you can do without.
But also, that also just means don't hang around with, like, around people who are stingy with information, because we share things in the group, and then you're gonna find people. I remember there was this one year, I think it was second year or it was third year. I went to consult for auditing, and then obviously you know how our lecturer was like, telling me, okay, no, you do 1, 2, and 3. We had a very fun lecturer. He would say, like, let's say if you're consulting about the inventory cycle, and then he'll be like, oh no, if you're planning on writing the sub. So in a sense, he was sort of like giving out the scope in a way. So I took that paper that I had written down for my consultation, and I sent it to my friend. And then did it not become the whole scope for the group? Next thing, I'm getting shared my own notes. I'm getting shared my own notes on the group. But all I'm saying is, guys, associate yourself with people who want you to win. Because that whole, you have to attend stuff. Yes, you have to attend. Not saying don't attend, but it's also associating with yourself with people who want you to win.
Okay, so guys, so that's us. Then we got our CTA first time. Yes.
The first time is very important.
So guys, CTA first time.
Guys,
that day was really important. Yo, guys, the fact that they make you wait, usually makes you wait until 4, and you feel like you're gonna die. And then they release different lists.
Did you pass for 4 first time?
Yeah.
Oh, I got a sub for tax. And then
no, like they release different lists. Anyway, but I actually had my best friend check for me. Like I had him check because I was like too much anxiety.
Oh, actually, that day when they released results on, hey, what the game, imagine the relationship ends. But I remember that day, my boyfriend at the time and we decided to go out. We went to the cinema, Sun Coast. We watched a movie just to get me distracted, because he knows that I overthink, right? So just to distract me from the day of just having to wait for the results. And mind you, when we wrote, my CTA journey was terrible, because tax I was doing badly. My first mark was like 18%, test 1. My second mark, test 2, I thought I did better. Did not come back 17%. And mind you, it's a best 3 out of 4. So you know how when you fail the first time, it's like, oh, okay, I can still wipe away this.
Get that advance.
And then now that it comes back lower than the first time, it's like, okay, so this 18 is a part of my, it's a part of my best 3 out of 4 now. And so it was, I was, like, honestly, it was bad. And then so we went, and I thought I passed tax. I really thought I passed tax. I even, you know how when you finish writing, you put, the modules that you wrote well in. This is me putting tax and auditing there, far back in the wardrobe. Yeah, far back in the wardrobe. And then only to come back and the results, I failed tax. Tax was the only module that I failed. So yeah, we went to the cinema, we came back, when we checked our results, yeah, well, I failed that one, but I was still happy, I won't lie, I was ecstatic. It was just one, guys. And I knew I wouldn't fail, just one module.
Please tell them how many modules you have and then what they are, because like you're mentioning this one, like
the modules, it's so the modules are the big four. You know the big four, it's tax, auditing, management, accounting, and financial. Is it management? What is it?
Management, accounting, and then financial accounting.
But then
management, accounting, and finance.
Or management, accounting, and finance, and then it's financial accounting. So those are your big four. Yeah, and then the devils are tax and financial accounting.
Devils.
The devils are tax and financial accounting, guys. Just know. I told y'all.
I'm gonna start this window.
You wanna do a what?
Rapid fire question. What is your favorite module?
My favorite module?
Yeah.
I just science.
What is your worst? Your favorite module was tax?
Yeah.
Okay, and the devil. And what was your least favorite module?
I think it was math.
What was the lowest mark you got in varsity?
It was 17%.
The highest?
The highest it was an 85.
I don't remember my marks like that.
Okay. Alright, Shalom, it's your turn. What's your favorite module?
I think it also has to be tax, but it's like deceiving.
Yeah, very deceiving that one.
And your least favorite module?
Auditing. Yeah.
Oh yes, also that one.
Yeah. What is the highest mark you got in varsity?
I don't remember. Because I don't remember my marks.
What about the lowest mark?
The lowest marks. I think I've never gotten below 30.
Yo, you were striving, girl.
This one is smart.
Hey,
No, it's because like I did that thing. Like in CCA, I was like, it's fine to fail, but it's like I needed to make sure that my average was being maintained at like 40s.
Yeah, Senator Kwame was serious about that.
Yeah, I
Be more like Shalom. Be more like Shalom.
No, I knew. Like, okay, fine. So, fine. We do CCA. We both got our CCAs. As we said, we have 2 degrees. Okay, 2 degrees. Fine. So, I wanted to be out of home as soon as possible. So, I remember I passed. And I think like it was literally the next week or something. I was already looking for roommates. I was looking for apartments. I'm out of here. I didn't came. And I think like with the big four, you get like a sign-on bonus. It's like 10K. Okay, I don't know how much it is now, but it was 10K at that point. So I was like, you know what? I'm doing this. I am moving out. But I think I wanted to stay at home just for Jan because also like studying and stuff. So what I did I currently live with like someone. So what I did is like I literally just posted in the group, guys, does anyone want a roommate? I'm looking for a place in where. I think for me, because I think later on when I was talking to a lot of people, the different thing that I did when I was looking for a roommate is that I actually like, my roommate calls it like an interview process that I put her through. But I think I'm very specific in what I want. So just also like a pro tip in a way, when you're looking for a roommate, because it's cheaper to share, please like have a conversation with them. Like ask them if they have a man. Is that man gonna be there often? Ask them, because I remember telling at that time I was dating, so I remember telling my roommate that
the relationships go. They just fuddle out and they just fell out.
Yeah, so I remember telling her that I'm not really a social person, but I know between my boyfriend and my best friend, those 2 people, you're probably gonna need to like get used to them. And then it's that thing of what are the things that creep you out, like what are the issue things, and then she shares. So it's that thing of, do you really match with that? I know people lie, so it's not like 100% proof thing, but also you can also tell from how a person is interacting with you. Because I think before I met my current roommate, I had 2 roommates. So it's that thing of, if like you're not obligated to stay with anyone, like if you feel like that person isn't matching your energy, drop them.
For tech.
Just be kind enough to let them know that, nah, girl, like if it's a girl, tell them girl. If it's a boy, like be like, boy, like this is not gonna work out. Just that's the least you can do. So fine, I looked, and then fine, I met my roommate. Then we also like low key study together. Like I remember we had this Zoom call for ITC because we were both struggling. Guys, ITC. But anyway, that's another story, because you write ITC in Jan, and you have after 2 months you have to start writing ITC. But anyway, so I met my roommate and then we looked for a place. Right now I stay like very near work. with choosing where to stay, I remember watching a YouTube video and somebody was like, if you can like sort of hold off looking for a place until you know who your clients are. So that thing of, yes, it's good to be close to the office, but if you're always at the client, it doesn't really help that you go live near the office. But at the same time, don't be too far from the office, because most firms have like a travel allowance and they usually do like a shorter of the office to the client or your home to the client. So if you stay too far from the office but not near your client, you're gonna always lose out when it comes to your travel claims. So also bear that in mind. So fine, we found a place, we moved in. I think we even moved in Jan instead of moving in like 1st of Feb. That's how much I was like, I want to be out of here. So we moved in towards that, and then it was nice. We lived in Sandton, everything's good, you know.
We're living on the outer skirts. We are Sandton lit. Sandton FA Alga.
Okay, fine. So I live in a 2-bed, two bath. Also, if you're a person who's very specific about how you want your shower and stuff like that, try get a 2-bed, 2-bath, so that at least you're just sharing the common areas. So personally, I didn't want a car. This is me just fast forwarding, right? So I didn't have want a car, but the sector I got into, because I look into the sector to me, requires me to travel a lot. So I got forced to buy a car. Another thing, don't buy a car because your friends are buying cars, guys. Buy a car because you need a car. Because honestly, as a trainee, if you don't
also
need
if you want a car, if you want a car, guys, buy the car.
Look at this car. Whose fucking car is this that's on the floor?
If no one is fighting you, buy the car.
Okay, it's fine. She's much kinder in that department. But
No.
If you don't need a car.
No. You know why I'm saying if you want a car? Every now and again, guys, you have to do something that's gonna make you happy and something that's gonna satisfy you.
You see, that's the problem with black people. Is
but also, my child has also realized that as much as you want a car, it's not, yes, it satisfies you, yes, you have a car, but realize that it's a long-term commitment.
Yeah,
that's why I was saying that don't get a car because your friend is buying it. Don't get a car
then you
just
said
because
if your friend is buying it, what if I just genuinely want a car? That's my point.
Do you need a car?
That's the thing. You don't have to need something to want it. That's my
Okay, fine, that's in the chat. But
eh.
also, I think one of the other important things I learned from this other girl was that in this lifetime as a CASA trainee, because of certain factors, you either have a really nice apartment and a not so nice car, or you have a really nice car
and a not so nice
apartment. and if you want both,
Alex, guys.
if you exactly, I was coming there. If you want both, there are ways to get both, but you must be very careful. You must be very.
No,
you must be very. You can get both.
Don't be scared. You know, it's like it's still in Sandton. Like if you like geographically, it's in Sandton. So
guys, please, I think that's my 2 cents on cars and apartments. There are some really good YouTubers also out there that give advice on like apartment
I want to hear you
and everything else.
I'm really trying to let her finish, but she's so serious this one.
But essentially, guys, that's how I got my car against my wishes. Till this day, I still say if somebody asks me about a car, I'm like, literally, I didn't.
But she's happy with her car.
What's a car?
I drive a Suzuki Swift.
We both
automatic
drive.
Automatic, please.
Explain the process.
That it's an automatic, girl.
Explain the process. How did you end up choosing that car?
No, I still want to talk more about Alex, guys. Listen.
No, I want you to start with the car.
Listen.
Apartments and cars.
No, let's talk about Alex.
What do you want to talk about Alex, though?
Huh?
What about Alex?
No, guys, living in Alex is so affordable now. So the rent there is somewhere 1.5, 2.5-ish, you know. Nice things. And one thing, Tina, we work, you already know, there by the Sandton building. But it's like 16 rand. From Alex to Sandton, like, can you imagine? 16 rand. So in a day, and we don't work from the office all the time. So Ushubuti in a day you spend like what, 32 rand? Okay, maybe because petrol went up, some 17 rand, but come on guys. Still below 20 rand. right? And if you stay in Sandton, even though you are closer to work, you still have to use the Gautrain, which is what, 27
But
rand.
guys, honestly, I don't know if I'm speaking from a different place, but if you've never lived in a certain environment, like I grew up in a certain environment, and I think I was very specific when I was looking for a place of, I've never lived in that environment. Like I don't have anything against Alex, right? But don't call me a snob,
You're too serious, right?
But I'm just saying,
advising people to go stay in Alex. You're just telling them the benefits of staying.
yeah, and I'm telling them that don't go stay in Alex if you've never stayed in the thingy, in that environment, because you will die.
And you will die, guys. You're the rats. The rats. I stayed there for 2 weeks, right? But I wouldn't even want to go outside, guys. It's a community. People stay there. It's not the best community, but it's that thing of it's still people that live there. And if you're not trying to break your back, especially if like, come on now. You grew up a Kasi. Don't make it seem as if manje ilogish is something new to you just because Sophia called. Alexi.
Mind you guys, they require you to have your laptop every day.
Shalom.
And there's an 8 to 5 job.
Listen,
It's an 8 to 5 job, so that means that they know. Because we know in the morning she leaves our house.
Let me tell you something. Hey, Alex, there are people who work at Netbank. Those people carry laptops every day. There are people who work at Investec. There are people who work real jobs.
Investec pays too much.
No, it's not about Shalom. Let me tell you something about people. The reason they stay at Alex is not because they are not getting paid well from their jobs. It's because what they want to do back home. It's not because they can't afford the life that they want to live, but phone because they want to do more back home. People from Alex are rich, my G.
Okay, guys, but you guys are not gonna go stay in Alex either way.
The other 2 cents is that, guys, I saw this from another YouTuber actually, but I feel like it's very important. The salary we earn is really not a lot. It may seem like a lot to our parents back home, especially as it's Pumamakaya, like the rural areas, or the ones that really come from like humble beginnings. And you're going to be expected to send money home because apparently when you work in Santa, you work Yabo, and yeah, those expectations just you won't meet them all, so don't strain yourself. Ekaya, they were living fine when you were still in university. They don't need your money to survive. I'm not saying don't send money home, but I'm saying, Muti, don't go hungry trying to send every last cent of your money home, because I'm sure you want to do better for them. I'm sure you want to give them the best life, but it's only 3 years training, guys. After this 3 years, yeah, Nakona, it's not the best, but at least lapo uzokwazi ukuthi uhlukane no 5,000 and you will still be fine. In fact, ungahlukana no 10,000 and you would still be fine. Monday, just focus on getting through these 3 years.
Guys, if you can, don't go around showing people your pay slips. Like, I think my brother, sorry guys. Anyway, but I was told like that thing of, we know you want to be honest with the people around you, like some people are honest, but that thing of now telling your family exactly how much you earn, or that thing of they know how much goes into your bank account, because I think from what Slindo is saying, also you telling them exactly how much goes into your bank account, then they start planning on your salary.
Yeah.
So it's like, if you can, like, because obviously you're gonna ask, so try leave enough room for you to breathe. So if you can tell them like you earn 1,000 less than you actually do, just so that
even 3.
Yeah, so that you are able to breathe. So it's that thing of you want to be honest with them, and honestly, I get where Cindy's coming from, but it's not that much. So the transparency of it, it's, yeah, if you can.
It's important, guys, to take care of yourself first in life. Your family, they won't die. They've been living fine. You've been growing up for the past 18 years. Were they eating your money? Never. So they don't need your money now. Unless they really do, because don't go around saying that I told you not to give, like to send money home. But anyway, guys, yeah, I think that's all. Well, actually, it's not all. About that one, Shalom was mentioning, but it's very important to find a good roommate, like when you come here. It is very important because sometimes you want to stay with people. Okay, I mean, I chose to stay with a friend of mine from university, and we were meant to move in, like we were looking for a place together, and then I think it was 1 week before we were meant to start work, and she was like, oh no, now I'm going to like there's this girl that I was also looking for a place with in so now I'm gonna stay with her. Okay, sharp. And then that happened, and then it left me stranded. So it kind of left me stranded, so I kind of panicked for a while. So choose the person that you're gonna stay with, like, wisely. Make sure that you are both on the same page. And because with people you think you are on the same page, because it was more of like, she's a friend, we studied together at university, and then when she did that, it was sort of like, oh, okay. And then fine, we ended up still staying together, but then the only reason why we stayed together is because apparently the other thing that she was trying to do with the other person turned out to be a scam. So the person who was basically scammed them. So but then it still left like sort of a bad taste in my mouth, because it's just like, I mean, bro, you could have at least let me know, Uti, I should also be looking with other people. And then after that, she was like sending me links of like random people. Like, there's an app for roomies, but it's also just like, you sending me links of random people. Now, you could have told me, Uti, like, you're not all in. Yeah, but because I had asked her explicitly, Uti, can we stay together? And she was like, yeah. And we would share properties, and I would send her property, and she would send. The whole time she didn't say anything. So yeah, that interview process is very important to make sure that you both know that you are on the same page. Yeah.
Okay guys, thank you for staying up until this far. I think we'll just do like a closing. So one thing, so from the whole entire experience, 1 piece or 2 pieces of advice, very condensed, that you would give about the CA journey thus far.
Like I said, I mean, I've already given my piece. It's a journey of failure. Don't give up. Currently, I haven't even passed my ITC. Shalom, Shalom, as you can see, she's a star. She is just the star of doing things first time. But I mean, I haven't passed my ITC. I was writing in Jan, and our results are coming out in April. But I haven't given up. It's a journey of failure, and we have to embrace it. And we wake up every day, we try again. The workplace is not the best sometimes. The people can be cruel. The managers from the office, the managers from the client side can be a bit, like, they can be a lot sometimes. But we just wake up every day and we do it because it's what we have to go through to get what we want. The end goal is what's important. The journey is important. As long as you make it to the end. Don't let the journey discourage you from reaching your end.
Okay, then here's my pieces of advice. 1, our journey is a community project. Like, surround yourself with the right people. If your family is not supportive, get the right friends. Just make sure that you surround yourself with the right people. That's 1. 2, like, don't compare yourself to other people. Use other people as motivation, but never get to a point where you feel like you need to compare. Like, it's okay, like, literally when marks come out, there will be times where you like see your mark and you try to compare to other people, but don't use it as a, oh, why am I not that good? Use that as a motivation to be like, if somebody else could get that, if I work hard enough, I will get there. Thirdly, I know I said 2, but last one with regards to work, right? Guys, as much as you build friendships and all of that at work, also I think put boundaries, 1, and then also with the work relationships you have with your manager, I think try to preserve that, because like Sindo said, it can get very toxic. So try to always be like, I want to say have shallow relationships with the people at work until you know it's that deep. Like, never assume just because when you're friendly. Sometimes you're honestly just a friendly person and you overshare, and then somebody will come back and use that against you. So try to keep it at a shallow until you guys are now at we've gone out 5 times. Then now you guys are friends. Then you can go deep.
when I know who visited her last week.
Okay, so thank you guys for staying tuned. There's gonna be a part 2 to this video because, like we said, there was subscriber of ours and a girl I went to high school with who asked us to make this video just sharing the journey, and also she asked for study tips, but we just felt it would be better separated because I think the context of both of the things are sort of different. So please stay tuned for part 2 and remember to like, comment and subscribe
And share.
and share, guys.
It's important to share that one.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye guys.